Hello and welcome. Thank you for choosing ProspectX. Today I'm going to be doing a video covering transactions. I've already made a video on seller leads, on e-signature, on the settings tab. I'll make a video for each of these sections here, but then I'll also do just a quick general overview video to show you how things kind of move along. But this video is specifically for transactions, so let's go ahead and get started with it. I'll jump into seller lead first. What I'll do is I'll actually move a lead to transaction as if I was doing the correct workflow. So let's say I have this seller lead here. I'm ready to make an offer. I could get that e-signed. I'll use the default contract that's found within the system itself, right? Come in here, generate the contract, get a signature from the seller. There we go. Send that off, get that all signed up, guys. Soon as we've received that contract back, we could go ahead and we could say that this is now under contract. It was delivered via e-signature, and that's how it was signed as well. So we get all this done. We know now it's been sent to transaction. If I go over here, enter transactions now, I'll find the property 1976 East El Parque, and there's the seller here. I can always come back, click view, that'll open up a new tab and take me back to the seller lead in case I need any information from there. Anything that was attached will stay attached. It'll just kind of move along through the system with any of its attachments. But now your transaction coordinator, your manager, would come in. We've received the contract close date, let's say, is on the 24th. All the information that we had from the contract gets automatically pulled here. And now I'm just kind of working, trying to get this closed. We have our assignment stage here. So let's say the offer has been accepted. We're now closed. We have the property. If need be, when we're ready, we can now look into actually offloading the property itself. We can send an assignment contract via e-signature. So let's say we have a buyer in mind. We can always send them a contract to e-sign. And that contract, just for your information, CRM settings, contracts, assignment contract. So if you need to, you can add some tags. You can edit this however you need to make it read. You'll see I've added a few things. I'm testing, trying to see what the system likes and doesn't like, and we can get everything working properly. But this is the actual assignment stage. You would enter what the actual final gross price was, finder's fee, the actual closing date, who the buyer is, their entity name, EMD, date, all of that kind of thing. When it's in closing, you'll actually have the closing date, the miscellaneous expenses. This field here will generate your actual profits, so it will take in any miscellaneous expenses, the finder's fee, EMD, that kind of stuff, and then give you what you actually made from that property. If you need to keep track of this via its campaign, just come in through this drag and drop section here. If need be, you can always run comps from the transaction side as well. And just make sure that you're actually getting the right amount when you're trying to assign that to somebody. But this is the transaction side of it. When you're working the assignment, you want to just kind of keep these arrows moving from left to right until it is all complete and you're ready to set the actual closing time. You can leave comments for any other transaction managers or someone who might actually enter this transaction. If you need, you could just leave them here. Under communication, this is actually really helpful. We can be in contact with the seller, we could be in contact with the buyer or the title company itself, and we could send phone calls, SMS, or emails. If need be, we can always just click generate call. If we're calling the seller, it'll be just as simple as generating from there. Want to send an SMS, we could always do that. Choose the from number and then send it. We also have the ability to send from email. You'll notice for all three of these tabs, we have the show all section here. That is because we have multiple emails, we'll have multiple numbers we could send SMS and phone calls through. So to alleviate you having to choose which number and look at the communication, you can always just show all, and that will show all communication that you've done between you and the seller, or if this is selected, between you and the buyer or the title company here. So definitely take note of that so you won't have to filter more and more. That pretty much covers the entire transaction side. One quick note, when you move a seller lead to transaction, it moves it to transaction, but it also moves it to your assets. I'll cover assets in a quick video as well, but you will see that this is the same transaction that we had moved earlier. We can just make some notes about this property in the inventory site as well. That pretty much covers transactions entirely, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you guys found this video informative. Thanks.